Welcome back. Dale Myers with Vision Advanced. Today we're going to discuss types of entrepreneurship, why is it important, and the factors that affect it. So, entrepreneurship, obviously this is you and me, right? We're the guys, the girls, the people that go out and put new products or services in the marketplace or existing products or services, try to satisfy a customer need in a different or unique way in order to get some money, for some kind of financial transaction, right? And this could be to create a job for ourselves or for others in the community. Well, why is this important? Well, this drives not only local but world economies. All right. You have to have a method of transactions to deliver goods and services. So we're filling a vital need within the marketplace. And again, just the whole creation of jobs and helping others to feed themselves. We're having this discussion today because, some of us are at different levels and different levels within our lives and within organizations. And we need to think about when we're looking at entrepreneurship, what's our end game? And so that's really it right there. What's our end game? Where are we starting? Where are we really trying to go to? So the first one on our list, small business entrepreneurship. This is the vast majority of us. 99% of all businesses in the United States and really worldwide are small businesses. Yeah, the big boys get all of the fame and all of the attention, but it's really the small businesses that drive our United States economy. Over 50% of the workforce outside of government it comes from small business owners. Small businesses are really the engine that drives the American economy. So again, this is important. Now, small businesses, most of the time, and we did a video on this recently about venture capital, angels and venture capitalists. I'll include a link in the description, but most small businesses will not be a good candidate for venture capital. They're going to be self-funded, either from yourself or from your immediate family members. And again, this is kind of where most of us are. Let's see what else I leave off of here. Oh, this one is important. Profitability. A lot of businesses lose, and we know the statistics. Most small businesses are going to go out of business, but some of them are profitable for a period of time. Some of them, have a great amount. Often many don't have much profit. So hopefully you're on the end that is climbing upward. If you're following what we teach here at Vision Advanced about entrepreneurship and leadership, your business, your organization will head in the right direction. So again, small business entrepreneurship, that's what we focus on mostly here on this channel. But there are others. Scalable startup entrepreneurship. Now, this basically says from the moment I'm getting ready to launch, I'm thinking about the end game. I'm trying to go big. I might be looking for an exit strategy, particularly if I'm seeking venture capital. So those that are looking to scale up fast, it's going to take a lot of money to do that. Venture capitalists are often attracted to that because they're like, okay, if you can produce a certain amount of growth, then I'm on board with that. And again, but they are looking for an exit in 5 to 7 years. That you're either going to sell a business to somebody else, or you're going to buy back your shares from the venture capitalists. The VCs want to get paid. All right. Let's see. The important thing about that is high risk and high capital investment very often. And let's see. Oh, repeatable model. If I'm going to scale this, I need to have systems and processes in place to do this in one location, do it again, do it so on and so forth. Now, it's worth noting that you can start here and then end up here. This is where I am on 2 of my businesses. So my existing business has been here. We're now transitioning. We're not really a startup, but we are in the scalable phase. And again, we did another video where we talked about your business is in one of 5 different business stages. I'll include that link in the description below. But we're past the survival stage. We're kind of ramping up for the growth stage. So, well, sort of in between. But anyway, we're trying to scale up. So we're working on putting processes in place. And we actually do have a new one that's related to our industry. It's actually in the same industry, just a little different service. but we're scaling that one up from the start. This one is meant to grow very, very rapidly. I plan on that being a $5-10 million business in the next 3 years. You heard it here, so y'all hold me to it. All right. But again, scalable startups. So next one, all right, number 3, a large company entrepreneurship. So whenever new products and services are put out by large corporations through their innovative processes and whatnot, that's still entrepreneurship. Often they're going to be in one market and they're going to deviate, slightly improve a product, but that's still, new product innovation. It's still entrepreneurship. Now, some of these large corporations, they also, if they're not, sometimes after you get so large, you stop growing in terms of innovation. Well, often they'll just buy a more innovative company. Sometimes they can partner with an innovative company, but often large companies, if the internal culture is not one of innovation, then when you get innovation is to borrow it, partner with someone, or buy another company. This really happens in the tech space very often. And the last one, social entrepreneurship. These are businesses that exist for some greater good. They're trying to provide some significant value to the community that to them is often bigger than profit. Not in all cases, but it's often about what are we doing for the community. So some examples. The founder of Tom's, the shoe company, he gives away one shoe to some kids in Argentina for every pair that people buy, something like that. Seventh Generation, we use a lot of their products. This company, they have healthy, low impact products, low impact on the environment products. And because our kids have like eczema and some things of that sort, so we've been using 7th Generation products for a long time. They are a social entrepreneurship company. They're providing a service. They are making profit, and they're taking not only, so they're benefiting the environment in 2 ways. They're designing and using products that are good for the environment, but then they're also donating a certain percentage of their money towards other businesses or other nonprofits that are environmentally sensitive or doing well by the environment. So these are the 4 main categories of entrepreneurship. Small business entrepreneurship, where most of us are. A few of us will try to scale, put in processes to try to duplicate this. It's a challenge, requires lots of capital. Yes, I'm trying to stay self-contained with funding, but I'm looking at the reality of possibly going the route of seeking funding too. There's large company entrepreneurship and social entrepreneurship. So why is this important? Most important thing is jobs. Jobs in the community. Jobs for you, the small business owner, perhaps. Change. This delta, if you remember from your physics and math classes. Change in the form of changing in new products and services, the new ways we satisfy our customers. Entrepreneurship is about change to technologies, and then dollars to the community. Lots of entrepreneurs, guys, we work hard, but we have big hearts. We often give back philanthropically to the community. Some of the most wealthy people in the world, Bill Gates and Warren Buffett, are challenging other ultra wealthy people to just give it all away to worthy causes that are trying to significantly impact the environment or the lives of others. So this is a very important component of entrepreneurship. If we have more, we can help more, we can do more. Now, what are some forces that act on us as entrepreneurs that we need to be conscious of at all times? The first one is the legal environment. I mean, your ability to sell your wares, your products and services is only as good as, the government's ability to enforce your contracts. We're dealing with a lot of stuff going on in China right now. There's a lot of intellectual property theft going on over there in China because they're not respecting a lot of our patents and copyrights and such. Again, not just to use China as an example, but that's the whole point about legal. Political. I mean, again, are you in a capitalist environment or a socialist environment? Those are 2 different extremes, but if you're an entrepreneur in a socialist environment, it's not good for business. Taxes. Well, this is related to political. You want to be in a situation that is advantageous to you from a tax perspective. So You want to try to minimize taxes, so the political environment is directly going to affect that. The next two I combined up under capital. We're going to talk about money, capital, and human capital. Obviously, your access to capital is going to limit you. Capital is always, every business, even the huge ones, have working capital issues all the time. Capital is always an ongoing need. So, in particular, if you're going to try to scale up, it's a challenge. So, access to capital. I would argue the most important one is human capital. Humans, our employees, all the people we work with, our suppliers, our relationships are the greatest source of innovation, often the greatest source of competitive advantage lies within human capital. And the last force, the raw materials. If you're building products and services, or if you have technologies, your technology depends on products and services to be built. So these forces, the cost, the availability of these raw materials, all affect what we do under the different types of entrepreneurship. So there you have it. Small business entrepreneurship, scalable startup entrepreneurship, large company entrepreneurship, and social entrepreneurship. Again, this was just think about where you are, where you're heading, what are you trying to do. If you're a manager within a large organization, what's your strategy? Are you going to create the culture of innovation? Or are you going to partner or buy to get it? The goal is we still have to always be creative and innovative in what we're doing if we want to remain relevant in a dynamic marketplace. My name is Dale Myers with Vision Advance. Please thumbs up, share the video, subscribe if you haven't. We'll talk soon. Take care.